exciting sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the Miami Dolphins. So the D-line's going to spread out. First carry for Matt Forte. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage. Stuff them in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
Now Hundley taking a shot here for Marshall. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Well, they certainly didn't waste any time throwing some deep passes here. But the defense, it wasn't unexpected. They told their secondary, be ready. You're going to be tested all night by this team.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Throwing Hundley. He rifles one that's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Well, it was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And out come the Dolphins now. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Now a run with Forte. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs.
Let's go!
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And the Raiders have got him.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at about the 14. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Raiders will take possession. It's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
And Cameron Hayward's ability to take on blocks, hold the point of attack, and get upfield serves him very, very well. What a nice play there.
Yeah, he can take on blocks because he's built like a block. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Third down, a shot here for Dalton. Eluding the pressure, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Malik Jackson in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. Here's Drew Butler in his 6th year from Georgia to punt this away, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 23. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Well, now they'll try the end around. Uses the spin. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. 42 yards on the ground. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
4 yards remaining now on 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
They'll look to throw here. Steps away to his left. And finding Fedorowicz. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. On first down, this is Forte. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
He'll look to throw. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
This is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They run with Ajayi. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
First and 10 for Dalton. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. So 2nd and 10 here. Throwing again. Dalton. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. Flushed out right. To the right side, it's Kelsey. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes.
And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Doug Baldwin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do, because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early. Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. They'll set up a throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him. I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll run for it. Forte. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. The veteran Matt Forte stops short of the line to gain. And it'll be a turnover on downs. And a wildcat formation here. Here's a carry now for Mike Gillisley. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They'll drop the throw. This is caught inside the 15. That goes for a gain of 31. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game, gets stronger. But the best part about him is he's always been accurate.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Jay Ajayi, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders add on to their lead.
And while no one on the offensive line will get the 6 points next to their name, they should be credited with this one. Tremendous blocking to get the runner into the end zone.
Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Again they run. Again it's Forte. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Looking to throw. Sets up the screen to Forte. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This will be fielded at the 17. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum, and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Now it's Ajayi. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
And there's a completion to the tight end, and look at the size of these players.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. As the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 5. They're going to look to throw. Throw left side, complete to Sharp. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
Here we go.
They're going to try and throw. He'll bite, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Carlos Dunlap in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And this is a spot late in the clock near midfield, though. Maybe take a couple chances, see if you get in field goal range.
You do that if you have trust, and this should be a position now where the great ones, they relish this opportunity to try and put points on the board.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? There he goes inside the 30. And he's got Edelman for the first time. That's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. He's going to let this one go deep. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. Got a nice lead. You should be able to protect it. If you get careless with the football, look out.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Oh, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be fourth down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available.
And how about this, a fake? And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Catch made there by Brett Perriman. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the...
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they... behind the line. And the quarterback is actually split out wide there in the Wildcat. On the direct snap, Charles. They stay on the ground. Forte again. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. And it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on third down.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
The Dolphins on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. He'll drop to throw. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here, and it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now Jamal Charles on third down. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And the 42-year-old veteran's kick is up and good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front seven. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Dalton here from the gun. They dump off underneath to Ajayi. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Give him 6 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down. Passing, it's Dalton. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Malik Jackson in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. Here's Drew Butler now. On, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. 2nd down following the run.
Let's go.
Throwing, Hundley. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now Hundley escaping the pressure right. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Now, that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
A first down carry here for Charles. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
Right side caught Fedorowicz. And down inside the 15 he goes. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They go back to the ground now with Charles. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Jamal Charles, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. This is Ajayi. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Here's Ajayi. Powers through. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Now a handoff looking right. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. And now to the air, Dalton. And hauled in by Pitta. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. A first down throw coming for Dalton. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Second and 10. Dalton once more. His throw caught right around the 6. And eventually brought down, but it's near the 5 at the 6. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Dalton now to pass. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Quentin Dial busting through to get him for a loss of 6. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. It's second down. Dalton looking. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
23 yards on the play. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's brought down. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. He'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Shift together here from the D-line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll look to throw. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Oh, passing it. Dalton. He's going to air one out. That's caught at the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. 1st and 10 for Dalton. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Harrison Smith. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. The 20, 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Forced out to his left. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. Time definitely of the essence now. Just under a minute to play, and here we go. Numbers. There he goes. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. They run again with a jive. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Now they try the right side here. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
And this one incomplete. Well, apparently taking a knee is not in vogue. They're not able to add another touchdown on. And now the ball game is over. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter